Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. Today we will discuss analysis of continuous beam in StatPro. A continuous beam is a beam that has more than two supports. It is a statically indeterminate beam which cannot be solved by equilibrium equations only. Continuous beam is a structural component that provides resistance to bending when a load or force is applied. These beams are commonly used in bridges. Now let us see how to solve a continuous beam of 3 spans in StatPro. We will consider this following example to model in StatPro. It is containing 3 span beam. Before modeling in Stat, we must name the joints and calculate the coordinates of each joint. It is better to name the joints from left to right. So in the given example, joint names are A, B, C, D. Coordinates are foundation of modeling of any structure. So first fix the coordinates of joint based on geometry of the structure. Always calculate coordinates of joints from left to right. So based on above rules, start calculating the coordinates for present beam. Every coordinate will be in the form of x, y, z. Start from A joint. If we give 0, 0, 0 for A, then coordinate of B will be 6, 0, 0 because from A to B the length is 6 meter. Coordinate of C will be 11, 0, 0 because the length from A to C is 6 plus 5, that is 11 meter. The coordinate of D will be 15, 0, 0 because the total length from A to D, which is 6 plus 5 plus 4, which is equal to 11 meter. Now let us move to StatPro window. This is the initial view of StatPro window when we open the StatPro icon. In the left portion, there is a details of project tasks like new project, open project, etc. Beside that, there are details about recent files which we have worked on. To create a new continuous beam, click on new project. It will open various options like space, plane, floor, truss. Space for general 2D or 3D, plane for 2D only, floor for slab, truss for axial member. So for our present case, click on space, give a name, continuous beam, and give the location here. Check the units of length units and force units. The length unit should be in meter and force unit should be in kilonewton. Click on next. It will again show various options like add beam, add plate, add solid. So at this stage, click only on add beam and click on finish it. It will show the window like this, a grid like window. At this stage, we don't need the grids, so close this right portion window. After this, you can see an empty space here. This is the central space where we can see the modeling of structure. In the right portion, we can able to see this nodes window, and below that there is a node window. Enter the coordinates in the nodes window provided here. Start with 0, 0, 0, 6, 0, 0, 11, 0, 0, 15, 0, 0. After entering the numbers or coordinates, we can able to see some black dots in the central space. These are the nodes which you have entered just now. To display their numbers, just right click anywhere in the window, click on label, click on node numbers, click on apply, click OK. We can observe the numbers. Create the beams by going to Geometry, Add Beam, select Add Beam from point to point. Now click on from one point to another point. Follow any one procedure like going from left to right. So like this, beams will be created. Here we can observe here beam 1, 2, 3 like this. It has been numbered. Now we need to give cross section for the current beams. So for giving cross section, go to Commands, Member Property, Prismatic. Click on Rectangle. We can see a rectangle shape here where the parameters are ZD and YD. YD means depth and ZD means width. Give a standard cross section as 0.45 depth and 0.3 width. Click on Add. Here in the left portion we can see the cross section has been added. Now click on Close. This cross section we need to assign to all the beams. So click on Assign and click near the central portion of each beam. It will be assigned. So now click on Close. To check whether the cross section has been assigned or not, we can click on 3D rendered view. See, we can clearly observe here the cross section is visible in 3D. So close it. Now we need to give support conditions. So for giving support conditions, go to Commands. So it will ask us save again and again. Click on Save. For giving support conditions, go to Commands, Support Specification, Fixed. Click on Add. After creating fixed support, we need to assign the supports at different joints according to our requirement. In our example, at joint 1 or A joint, it is fixed support, and in other joints they are simply supported supports or pin jointed. So click on Support, Fixed Support, Assign. Click on first joint. Now we need pin joints or simply support at 2, 3, 4. So create again, add pinned, add. Now click on pinned support, assign and click near the joints 2, 3, 4. Like this we can assign the supports. After creating supports, now we need to apply the loads as per our current example. To apply the loads, go to Commands, go to Loading, click on Primary Load, give load case number 1 and loading type as dead. Click on Add and load case 2, click on Live, click on Add, close it. In the right side we can able to see there are two load cases which are coming. Load case 1 which is dead load, load case 2 which is live load. Dead load means the self weight of the beams, live load means the external applied loads. To apply dead load, click on load case 1, click on Add. A separate window will appear where it is written self weight, under that self weight load and factor is -1. Click on Add, close it. So to apply this self weight to our beams, click on self weight and click on Assign to View. Click on Assign. Yes. To apply live load, first we need to create various loads like UDL and concentrated load. For that, click on load case 2, click on Add. Under member load, we can see various loads such as uniform force means UDL, uniform movement, concentrated force, concentrated movement and other loads. We need UDL and concentrated loads. First, uniform force. The intensity is 18, but along with 18 we need to give minus 18. Minus means downward direction. D1 means starting point of the load. D2 means the spread length of the UDL, which is 6 meter. The direction should be GY. GY means global Y. Add. Now we need to give concentrated load. For that, click on concentrated force and give intensity as minus 75. D1 3 meter from point B. D2 0, direction GY only. Click on add. One more load we have, which is 18, and it is at a distance of 2 meter from C point. So click on add, click on close. After this, we can able to see all the loads which we have created. Now these loads has to be assigned to our present beams correctly. Now we will assign the loads one by one. Click on UDL. First, click on use cursor to assign. Click on assign. Click on the beam which you want to assign. Next, concentrated load for BC span. Click on BC beam. Third, 18 concentrated load. Click on CD span. Like this we can apply the loads. After applying all the loads, now we need to create load combinations. For that, click on load case details. Click on new. Under that load case, click on combination. Give any name for that, like COM1 or COM2. Add the load cases along with appropriate load factors, either 1 or 1.5. Click on add, close. Here we can see the load combination is coming over here. This completes the basic procedure of modeling of continuous beam in STAT. Now we will move to analysis part. To analyze, go to commands, click on analysis, perform analysis. By default, no print will be selected. Click on OK. And before getting into analysis mode, select 2 to 3 options from pre-analysis print and post-analysis print. Yes, pre-analysis print. Click on member properties. Click OK. Click on post-analysis print. Click on analysis results. Select 2 to 3 options from them. Now go to analyze, run analysis. Click save. The analysis window will open like this. So now the analysis is complete. See that you should not get the errors. You may get the warnings, but error should be 0. Now click on view output file. Done. So these are the output file results. You can able to see. Click on various options here. Close it. Now to see the bending moment diagram and shear force diagram, we need to go to post processing mode. Click here, post processing mode. Click OK. Maximize this window. Click on deflection here and bring it to front view portion like this. To view BMD results, go to results, view value, beam results. Click on bending, midpoint and ends. Click on annotate. Click on OK. Close. Now click on MZ here. We can observe BMD results. Now to see shear force result, uncheck MZ. Again go to result, view value, beam result, uncheck pending and check on shear results, ends, midpoint under shear. Click on annotate, OK, close it. Now click on FY. Here we can observe shear force result. This completes the analysis of a continuous beam in STAAD Pro.